Hi everyone, it's Pamela. How are you doing? So today I am going to talk to you about what it's like to date a Leo woman. So, a Leo woman is the queen, and Leo is ruled by the sun. So, these people have a very strong outward personality, or they can. Like I always say, you got to check the whole chart because, for example, one of my brothers is a Leo and he has his moon in Virgo and a couple other pretty dominant planets in Virgo. And so his outward personality is not as in your face, if you will. He's a little bit more to himself until you actually get to know him. And so, sorry, I lit an incense and I forgot. So I was like, what is that smoke? Where's that coming from? Anyways, so Leo women are great snugglers. They are very, now, a lot of people think that they are very loyal people. Well, yes and no. It can really go either way with them. They're either super loyal or um, really great at pretending that they're loyal. But the ones that are in the lower energy are actually more so just loyal to themselves as opposed to like just loyal in general, for example. So I would have to say that um, the biggest thing to know about Leo women is that they really like to be, how do I say this, catered to a little bit. They want to think that they are almost like the prize that was won or the only one. A Leo woman might be okay in a relationship where, you're dating multiple people. Like it's a possibility, but she may not ever really respect you. And, like she might just stay in the situation for that, for being treated like, oh, the best one in that scenario. It just, I know that probably sounds a little bit weird, but I hope that at least somewhat makes sense. So I don't want, because I didn't want to say, oh, she would never deal with that, because that's not really true. She might. It's just that, she wouldn't really respect the person at the end of the day. They now Leos. I don't really hear too many people say this, but they can be faithful. But a lot of Leos struggle with that, and it's really linked to that need to feel needed or wanted or valued or anything like that. They love to help their mates. Oh my gosh. And actually, they love to worship their mate back. So, with a good Leo woman, if you put that energy into her where you're worshiping her or kind of like you like if you're kind of always telling her how amazing she is. Now, with her it's going to also depend on her moon sign or what her love language is, for example. And then you'll get a better idea of how, like, now, is it through words, is it through physical touch, for example, if that makes sense. So this woman is fiercely protective of her family, or if she has children, almost like her cubs, if that makes sense. I have a secret about Leo women. Well, I guess a couple of things. The secret about Leo women is that they really struggle with insecurity. A lot of them do. And it's because, like, you could almost never give them too much love, right? And so, since that's true, it can be a little bit tough for them to feel full, if that makes sense. And then the other thing about it is that there's a little bit of a balance between this worshiping thing and them still actually valuing you and respecting you as the, assuming we're talking about the feminine Leo woman, as a masculine entity, right? Like, you have to be worshiping her in a way where you're very strong and confident yourself. You are actually just choosing that. But if she ever feels like for a moment you're doing that as a need, like you have an expectation attached to it, God help you. She'll be out of there so fast. The other thing with Leo women is that they actually really like to chase. They do. I mean, but even there, it's a bit of a game. It's a bit of a balancing act where they don't want to think that you're not into them at all, because how could you not be? However, they don't want a dead carcass just put right in front of them. You know, something that's been out on the street rotting for a few days is not exactly what they're looking for. But if you love adventure, if you love good snuggles, if you love that warmth, if you love someone who really wears their heart on their sleeve, but at the same time they can step out and have fun, like it's not always this serious romance, they're also very playful and they can have fun, then a Leo woman is really for you. And now, most Leo women are not ready to sign up to be what I would consider to be like a typical housewife. So don't expect, a cooked meal when you get home from work. That may or may not happen. You got to look at the whole chart for that. This woman it's like that Robin Thicke song. She's not domesticated. Let's just say she's a bit of a wild animal. Sexually, these women can have very high sex drives. However, they're usually pretty kinky. They're usually not very kinky, forgive me. And like they kind of like they can tend to like more, I guess, straight-laced sexual encounters, but they have a very high sex drive, right? Again, you got to look at the whole chart for these things. And they love love. I mean, they love falling in love. They are the eternal romantics, which can be great, and it can also kind of hold them back, because sometimes they can have unrealistic expectations in love, because they picture this, they want to always feel like they're in love. Like they basically take anything that they've ever seen in a love movie and applied it to reality, which can be endearing, actually. It depends on who the person is, but it can be really quite endearing to with the other person, especially if the Leo woman is quite feminine, and the partner is very masculine. It will almost make him want to, or make you feel, if you're watching this, like you want to uphold that fantasy world a little bit. Or I would hope. Because she does. She absolutely does. So yeah, now the thing, to stay in the good books with a Leo woman, you better be loyal. That is the one thing that a Leo woman can never forgive, is any act of disloyalty. So if you went out with a Leo woman, let's say, and maybe you were talking to another girl or something at the club, and she got upset, she probably would not be getting upset necessarily that you were talking to another woman. It may or may not be like a jealous thing, but what it probably is the fact that how dare you open the pack up to anything from the outside, anything vulnerable. How dare you let's say like a wolf slink in sheep's clothing. That's more so the way that she would be thinking about it, and then she would just think that you weren't that intelligent to do that, to let someone like that into the royal court, if you will, almost open the gates for the Trojan horse to come in. She just wouldn't think that you were that intelligent, and she would basically just get rid of you or move on in most cases. Usually when it's something to do with any sort of loyalty. So she'll test you along the way to see how loyal you really are. And how does a Leo woman test you? She can do it in different ways, especially depending on the rest of her chart. And the way that a Leo woman loves to test you is to see how steadfast you really are in your masculinity. See, a lot of Leo women, they really are the queen, so they want to make sure that you are that king and that you stand strong in that masculine energy. So a way that they can do that is they will throw these dramatic fits of emotion or whatever it is. Like they will have these dramatic responses to things, or they might just do things like that. And if you can't handle it, then they will see you as not really being this concrete, steady rock of a man. Now, again, I'm speaking about very kind of strict archetypes of masculine and feminine, and obviously it isn't that simple. And especially with these videos where it's kind of like different, where I'm taking one aspect of the chart, you just have to please keep that in mind, you guys. Astrology is a lot more complicated than that. And, I would say the things that I'm saying, though, are more true for Leo women, than other signs because, it's ruled by the sun. So the sun placement is going to be a little bit stronger, barring, any really intense kind of things going on in the rest of the chart. I love Leos. I mean, I think I've said this to you guys before. I have my moon in Leo. My puppies, who you guys love, are Leos. My mom's a Leo. I'm always surrounded by Leos. They're amazing. And if you really want to have a playful, passionate affair, a Leo woman is definitely for you. She might try to bite your head off every once in a while, but as long as you are a rock for her, then she'll always come back to the den and where it's warm and loving and just a beautiful place to be. And if you want to build a dynasty with somebody, I would look to a Leo woman. What's the other thing? I don't know if there's anything else I can think of right now. I love you guys. I hope you're doing well. I love making these videos for you. New videos come out every Monday, and I'm going to start releasing kind of random videos throughout the week. I just shot a makeup haul, believe it or not, makeup haul, but like a face product haul, and I'll post that. And I review books sometimes too, because I mean, I've read so many amazing books that have gotten me to where I am today in my relationships and in my business life and everything like that. So I'm going to recommend those as well. And I hope you guys are doing well. I mean, you guys are amazing. Like I said, I love you so much. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing this video. And you guys, can you believe this? I hit, because of you guys, woo, love you guys, I hit over 1,000 subscribers. Let me open, oh no, whoops. Let me open this really quickly. Sorry about this. How many do I have right this second? 1,028 subscribers. 1,028 subscribers, you guys. This is all because you guys are awesome. And so what I'm going to do is, please comment on this video, on any other video that you see, saying, just saying something to the effect of wanting to enter for a free chart reading, and I will pick your name I'll pick somebody's name and I will do a free chart reading, which I will record so everyone can see it. Okay? Love you guys so much. Thank you so much for all your support. You guys are awesome. Hey, especially since we're talking about the sun. Like I said, I live in Canada. It's still very cold. If you can go out and get some of that Leo sunlight, please do it for me, because Lord knows I need it. Everybody needs it right now, unless you live somewhere warm. So whether it's day or night or whatever it is for you, I hope it's amazing, and I love you guys so very much. Thank you. Bye.